la casa aburrido con ganas de qué. Averiguando qué hacer por la noche. Entonces entras en mi cuarto pa' ver. Dice, levántate mi amor, hoy vamos a beber. Ponte algo sexy, bebé. Tírate un selfie, bebé. Yeah, hey. Ponte algo sexy, mi amor. Tírate un selfie, mi amor. Hey, dale. Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. Brindamos todas las copas que se trabajo. Tírate un selfie que te ve 1,000,000. No hay trabajo en la mañana, un bendición, baby, put your favorite dress.
Sean, are you okay?
No, I feel kind of sad. My girlfriend, man, she's got back from, girls' trip to Mexico and whatnot. I don't know. I thought it seemed appropriate because she said she told me, she's so happy because she had a little Mexican in her. And I thought, well, that's nice. I was just being a little bit of a snoop and going through her phone. She had lots of little Mexicans in her when she's down there.
Sean, are you saying you need the night off?
I just don't feel like hearing Latin music at the moment.
Oh, that's so crazy. Nothing like a little Shakira to give you a little pick-me-up.
A little Shakira would be nice.
Too bad there are copyright strikes here on YouTube, but I do have a little cowbell.
Oh, that cowbell, I like that.
A little cowbell in your life, Sean, that will just make everything a lot brighter.
Can I touch it?
No, can't touch my cowbell. Sorry, that's rule number 1. Can't touch the cowbell.
Man, it's not very much fun, man.
That's hilarious. I'll come at you like a spider monkey, Sean.
Please don't.
Everybody needs a little cowbell.
Helps get the mind right.
Them there Tibetans, they was on to something. They just missed it. Oh, Bessie nailed it. Just centers you right in the universe.
Are you ever going to hit that start button? I mean, I'm just asking. Damn, man, you trying to rush me? What's up with that? Do I look like this in a hurry? Was I running when I got here? And why are you trying to make me run that? Dang, man. That's why you can't keep no help around here, man. I'm just saying. People talk to like that. Get a little of that gin and juice.
Is it time? 'Tis almost. We forgot to do one more important thing here. And then there we got the green lights. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, starting out on the 6-minute chart so you can really get freaked out and feel you got your money's worth tonight.
For those of you out there and hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. My name is Lane, also known as Road Dogg, and we are looking at Bitcoin, trying to figure out what it is, because we're trying to make that life changing money with this crypto thing. We're at a good part of the cycle where altcoins will eventually, after they kind of do their little second bottom tour here, make us a little bit more money. Lately, Bitcoin has been, well, for a long time, really, if you really be honest with yourselves, Bitcoin has been outperforming those altcoins, man. But now, what's going on in this market? There's so many people. We got to zoom out here, ladies and gentlemen, because if Bitcoin ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. We got to see Bitcoin's happy. Here's my overall thesis. Following this trend line right here, copy this little sucker, bring it right up here, and look, and but lo and behold, we got a little something going on right there on this horizontal line. Support, or it was resistance became support. We got a little diagonal support resistance flip. So this little sucker holds, wicked off of it. It looks like it likes to sit. I like it. Price seems to maybe like it. It seems to be retesting it at the moment, and it may be holding there, because now we got, if you can get past these little price signals here that I got, right? These little targets like 63,500-ish and what, those little thingies. Get those out of the way. So now we got a kind of a green candle-ish. I like that idea. One thing I was kind of curious about, meant to talk about it last night and forgot, but it's this little guy here. This was that CME gap. You can't really see it with my candles here. If I switch over to the regular Christmas tree candles, oh, you kind of see that little gappy area. You know, maybe coming down to the wicks, 59.9, 60,008. I don't know. There's that idea floating around that at some point this gap may be filled. As there's some kind of high percentage that they usually are, blah, 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 blah. There's still one down at 9,000, I think, that has never been filled. But hey, we can always hope, right? This one may not, doesn't have to happen right now or anything like that, but we're just keeping it on the back burner. I like my candles better. Look, much prettier. What? Ichimoku Cloud is suggesting like 63,145. I'm just throwing that out there. Doesn't mean it has to do anything. So Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin. Playing with our emotions here. You remember that little game that come in a little can, look like a Pringles can, you open it up, there's a bunch of little toothpicks, all these different colors, and you like throw them down and then pick up sticks. That's what my charts look like. I am the pick up stick man. I give up on this chart. What's going on here? It may be a time to do this one anew. I can't tell you, I can't read it no more, can you? Boom, I like looking at it new. Oh, looky there, look at this ginormous grip and handle. Really? Ooh, I don't know if I like that cup and handle theory, because usually these handles come back about 2/3 of the way down, which means that you'd have to hit about 42,000 for Bitcoin. That's not a fun ride. I don't even want to entertain that bull crap. Let's just let that one go. Look at that trend line supports that idea though. Luckily, we had this guy. Gotta watch this idea because we're right underneath it. Two different ways I could do that. Just kind of looking and seeing what we got here. Trend line wise, seeing how it translates over here to the daily. we're at some very curious areas. You know, people are also looking at this as a Wyckoff thing. We looked at that before. I've got it drawn out on one of these a little bit more prettier than what I have here. Hate to chase it around or anything. Oh, look, right there it is. But, you know, this was the spring, and now we come back up to these areas and fell back. I mean, a lot of people thinking, hey, man, this is time. We're going to go back because, you know, technically they've got an argument here, and we probably need to talk about that in a minute. Can I show it on this chart? And I need to bounce back to another chart, confuse everybody more. I never said life was easy. Keep these in my chart. So what we had was a high and a low and a lower high and a lower low. So it's the official start of a downtrend. So that's kind of what is kind of underlying. It's sound technical analysis. That is technically the start of a downtrend there. And so that can get people spooked, especially old timers in the market. I don't know, some of those. They might be playing games. You also got the Wyckoff theory, and this may be the little spring, and this may just be on our way up. Who can tell? But I can tell you what my moving averages are saying. They're saying we're still in a strong trend to the upside. And I like these ideas that my trend lines are suggesting. I'm here on the daily. I'm going to take it back to this bottom at 26,000. We were down there. I'm going to tighten it up right here around that 38,000. And it'll probably tighten it up over here a little bit too. And seems to come down to a wick area there. I kind of like this idea. So maybe we got a little established. Well, we do have an established trend line. It's if you got 2 or more points, you've got a established trend line, and price will have some kind of effect there. Try it out sometime if you don't believe me. So just taking a fresh look at this, that's what I get out of Bitcoin, and we're bouncing off this area. That little scare down to 54,000, that kind of made us nervous, and popping back down to 62. Well, I didn't really like it either, but it does look like we got a little chance to get a little bounce back a little bit anyway. It's going to be a bumpy ride. We still got to flip some moving averages around on some of these time frames. But anyway, getting away from Bitcoin, because she gets a little bit dull. She's making a little bit of a comeback. Let's cheer her on. Let's hope that she's be happy, because if she's happy, it makes some altcoins happy. I got the warning for altcoins. My warning for altcoins, brr, you suck, is for the possible, since we broke a trend line. We'll take a look at it on a bigger chart, but it looks like since we broke a trend line, there may be that chance for a bearish retest. Now, I don't know if it's going to be this little $614 billion area or $624 billion area, but it looks like altcoins will have a nice day or two of rejoicing a little bit, and they might roll over. If they roll over, I'm not going to be too happy. S&P 500 is looking a little freaky over here. Why are you getting tired all of a sudden? She's hanging around that trend line. That's not a good sign, people. We need the Q to continue to bounce on up so that people don't get spooked and they can, you know, start buying Bitcoin and all that stuff. S&P 500. Keeping my eye on that little gal. She's getting kind of sneaky over there. She's flirting with that line. I see you peeking in there, man. Back off, baby. I know this was a top area, though. It was. To be fair, it was. I'll look for you at least come up one more time before you bust over. Come on. Give us a break now. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out with me tonight. Let's bring you up real quick. Say hello. We had Strega. Strega was here first. Didn't realize how much a lithium took. I'm going to take a look at it. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Didn't realize how much they took off. Took me a minute to thread sentences together there. How come I want to? What? I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Is that the original Mountain Dew? As one Appalachian American to another one, I salute you. Sam Webb says, Joe. And there's Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? I think I'm getting most of you guys here. And there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Sam says, Joe, we found your fanny pack. Answer me. Coming for that good TA. I appreciate that, sir. Let's see if we can take a look at the Lithium. Haven't looked at that one in a minute. I cannot spell it anymore. This one's at Gate.io. Look like a nice little flag that was going on there. What's going on over here? I don't know how old these lines are or whatnot. I don't remember anything. I could have been drawing them back over here in October, for all I know. So we got to take a fresh new look at this one. That's a nice bounce off a good area. What you trying to do, Lithium? Long term. This is on the weekly. Let's break this one down real quick. Oh, wrong thing, baby. Uh-huh. We always know that this one is coming, but man, I see 358 being a possibility for you, Lithium, in a longer term play. That seems to be in the cards, is what it's saying. That's what I saw. I need some spooky music for that. All right, let's narrow this little bit down. What we got going on here? Well, we have to look at this as being a new trend line. It's only 2 touches, so she's kind of new. Let's see if that angle means anything. Do you line up anywhere yet? Nah, that's kind of, I don't know, a little bit of something, and that means that this might be the strong resistance area through this area, about 230. We'll continue to explore that idea. That's the overall one. That one doesn't help us out a dang bit right now. Well, this one kind of makes a little bit of sense. I kind of like this flag idea that we got after bouncing over here. That's kind of coolio. So the possibility we got to be aware of is that it could come back down and do another little sagging breast pattern right there. Did he just say that out loud? Shh, the algorithm. Oh, my bad. It could be a nice little flag there, and we can play those little guys. That's kind of cool. It kind of takes us to our target areas, playing it as a flag. Takes us pretty much back to about this $3 area. They're about roughly, and you cannot rate. The measure moves for flags, they're not the most trustworthy that I've found. Just throwing that idea out there. But sometimes they may surprise you. We just don't have a good, there's still some space there for this particular trend line. Looks kind of interesting. She should be heading back to 274 though. That's the number I would roll with right there for a nice little take profit here. Looking good, looking good. That's a good, nice first starts there of a little bit of recovery. 4 hours, she made it past the devil, so that's a great sign. She got past the devil. That takes a lot of doing. The devil is that little red line right there. Her name is Lucy, as in Lucy Fur, or Furry Lucy. She's a furry critter, so I'm told. Meow. Anyway, Lithium, Okay. Looks like she made a higher high, so a higher low, then a higher high again. I see 271 coming in its future. 271, be a nice 45% gains in there. I want to take a look at CRV because CRVs are doing something. She got whatever happened when all that stuff and a sell off and blah, 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 bad news FUD and whatever. And I thought, dang, that looks like a cool price for me to just build a little position. Because I've seen this thing up around $3, $4, I think even $7 at one point. It ain't around 25 cents. Seems probably cool to me, but it's kind of risky. She's at the bottom, seeing what she's doing right now. Just glance at it at a bigger time frame. She really needs to get up above 48 cents, 50 cents, that area to kind of really make me feel more solid above it. She lost this major trend line here. Support resistance flip now. So this area is now resistance, 50 cents and below. Probably a good area to pick her up if you believe that this one can make a comeback. I personally do. But it may be at a snail's pace, and she's definitely at a risky place to buy it, but that's my strategy on buying bottoms, is that I got the least amount of risk here, because it's like 24 cents to zero versus buying it when she's $3 and having it go to zero. So my risk to reward ratio gets pretty dang good down here at the bottoms. Not trying to push anything. CRV, not definitely. Oh, let me jump in. She's ready to pop off. No, this ain't your coin. This ain't your play. If you got some spare change you want to throw into something and see what happens, because it usually turns out pretty good, and if there's patience, then this one might be it. Oh, there is a little bit of a trend line right there she likes. So like it. Be a nice little diving board that she can eventually bounce off of, and boom. But that could take a while. All right, let's get something else. Let's get something else that's moving. Hey, how about that Popcat? Good old Popcat. Excuse me. Do you have any Popcat? Make sure to secure your Popcat today. I used to play the Popcat back in Vegas, back when I used to go back in '59, the old Popcat slots. Back in the days, you could smoke a Marlboro and swig a Miller Lite at the same time, while somebody next to you even smokes a doobie. Hell, I didn't even know what a doobie was. I thought it was a cowboy hat. Popcat, you're bouncing off of a bottom, a nice little bottom bouncer, you sneaky little thing. What are you trying to do here, Popcat? Can you tell me, swing how to swing low, tell me where price is going to go? What? Stop that black magic stuff, man. That's illegal. If you stumbled onto this show and said, what the hell is this? Well, my friend, you are in the right place. Welcome aboard. We're still trying to figure it out too. All right, boom, chakalaka. 67, 68 cents, man. We need to get a candle clear of that little guy so we can head up to 85 cents on Popcat. Come on, Popcat. This little meme coin ain't worth a crap thing. Probably don't do nothing. Probably will go to zero. Definitely will probably go to zero in the good old bear market that will come in 2027 and thereabouts. Don't expect this one to be around or do much for you, but for right now, she's on an upward trajectory for higher highs and higher lows, and she just made a little low area here, which for me is like, come on in, brothers. The water's fine. I'm not saying do anything, but I'm just saying it looks like if you in it, you might be happy here in a day or two. That's all I'm saying. That's shucks, missy. We're going to try to go up here to $1.11. I think Popcat can hit 111. I think that's a magical number for Popcat. I'm calling a magical number for Popcat is $1.11. You heard it here first, because I hadn't watched anybody do anything about Popcat. you guys like to know the exact day and time that Popcat wants to hit 111? Me too. That would be awesome. Look, there's the boogeyman pattern. It's like a little ghost. Woo! Woo! Like a little ghost octopus. FTM Phantom, since we're talking about spooky ghosts, see what I did there? I didn't even catch it myself when I was doing that. Anyway. Dude, just you ruined your setup. You should have like played that so smooth. I don't even know what this spaghetti scribble is, so we're just gonna. I'm zooming out, but man, I'm like, what? What? What kind of bull crap you looking at? I'm gonna. This looks like a Bart Simpson butt crack, but if I've ever seen a butt crack, this was a Bart Simpson butt crack, and this is looks like it could be a fractal, a much bigger Bart Simpson butt crack forming right here. You can't see it, can you? Can't see it, can you? Can't see it. Look right there. Now you see it. The old Bart Simpson butt crack. This gave you a sample of what's to come. I know it's crazy, but sometimes these charts do that stuff. Look how similar that this is to this is. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. That's that fractal magic crap. But anyway, what if? What if? How close is that? Y'all want to have some fun with some fractal magic? Y'all want to work some fractal magic? Doesn't matter. You're looking through the thing anyway. What the fuck? Hey, man. We'll go from one end. Oh man, that's the wrong one. Thought you knew what you was doing. Look like this, ladies and gentlemen. What if you got, maybe you in on FTM or no Phantom and say it's jolly good, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Then we're gonna line this up with what we got right here. Oh, I'm trying to fit it over there. You see it fitting in there? Yeah. What if you got something like this? Maybe you ought to leave this on here. We'll see if it plays out. They rarely ever do, but sometimes they might start out pretty good, but they kind of lose it after a while. But still, what's a fractal? It's doing pretty good, isn't it? So we got that. Panel going to be at 26 cents. That would suck, man. She lost that little one. She shouldn't have lost it. She should have stuck around, turned her life around, become something, but she didn't. She didn't. She could have, should have had that potential, but she didn't. She fell right through, just went on down to the ground. If you just stumbled on this show and you're wondering what the hell is this, well, chances are everybody else in the chat is asking them that same question, but I'm still glad you're here. And while you're here, if you believe, if you ever enjoyed this man while he was here, for those of you who been hitting that like button, you're so sad. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bitcoin Elvis. Striker says lots of stuff are bleeding today. Discount City. Shorts are doing nice. Longs are hurting. Yetham Law. Been having to do a little, I don't know, that started turning around. Had to do a little finagling on my smart margin just to make sure bases are covered, but they seem fine. Just ain't doing much. We'll take a look and see what's a poppin'. What we haven't done, and what I keep forgetting to do whenever I come on here and start looking at charts, is to do the news, because, you know, the news is kind of interesting, has some stuff, so let's go check that out real quick on your altcoins. Sounds all nice and newsy. So in the last 12 hours, what's happened in crypto? Just as fresh off the press from Layer GG on Twitter X. MicroStrategy is to raise $2 billion at the market equity offering to buy More Bitcoin. God bless you, Michael Saylor. Coinbase will list perpetual futures for Mew, Meme, and Jasmy on August 8th. Binance Japan has announced the listing of Theta on August 6th and SXP on August 9th. OKX Ventures and Aptos Foundation have announced $10 million fund to drive the growth of the Aptos ecosystem. Crypto.com has surpassed Coinbase in trading volume as institutional demand rises. Injected Protocol has launched Injected Altaris on mainnet. Jupiter says Where Meow has proposed the burning of 30% of the Jupiter supply from the team allocation. FTX whistleblower comes forward to reveal that FTX has secret holding of 8% of Solana supply. It's just straight up FUD, that's what they say. According to Block Workers, Celestia has increased its data storage market share from 20% to 40% since early May. Ripple announced the allocation of 10 million in tokenized U.S. Treasury bills on the XRP ledger. And according to Waz Crypto, 99% of the outflows from StarkNet linked multi-sigs are being deposited into exchange addresses. Stark. And that's what's happening in the news for crypto. That's one badass bitch. It's the song. It's the name of the song. I didn't name it. It's kind of catchy though. Enjoy. Here's one that I'm waiting to knock my socks off and it just has not done it. This is Decred. So if any of you billionaires are looking for one just to pump my bags and make a daddy happy, she's at a pretty good price right now. It's sub $12, I might add. Wow, I haven't seen it here for a while. And we go in the whole spiel of how the last time she was here a little years ago. She went straight up to $250, which she did, but that was then and this is now. She ain't pulled that crap off yet, so whatever. It's still one of my dark horses that I like to look at every once in a while. Decred, the mineable, stakeable, hybrid, confused coin that is, it's still kind of cool. Just look at this big Bart Simpson butthole that we're going through. Nice accumulation, just hanging around here, not doing much for a while. Not for a while. Going to take a little while before we get a little funky. I like it when we get funky. Take a look at Rune. Why does everything look like Bart Simpson's butthole today? It does. Look, right there, and we're just waiting for the other cheek. It's just like you're sitting on the big old potty right here, just waiting to drop one down here. You just lost all of your subscribers right there. You need a PR team, brother. Oh no, now here it is. Litecoin. What we need to do is see how Casp is comparing to Litecoin. Let's keep it interesting. Let's keep it real. Is Casper outperforming Litecoin? Tell me. Litecoin's at $68 again. She made a higher low until the one day that she didn't, and now she's made a lower low. Well, let's take a look at Casper. Well, if you've been trying to grow those Litecoin bags and using Casper to do it, well, lucky you. Casper's giving you more Litecoin for your money. Here we are. Litecoin. That is crazy. Casper to the dollars over here on MexC. Looking at it for real though. 19.8 cents now. Kind of lost our 20.8 high there. And that happens. We are in a kind of a shape, if you want to look at it. Trend lines to trend lines. It does squeeze price. It's making a rising wedge kind of pattern. And they are normally bearish, but they ever break out to the upside. You see them start flirting and getting up there, baby. Hold on, something big might be happening, but we're not there yet. It's normal to get a little rejection up here, especially at these little colored fib areas I've got. Saying, hey, baby, it's up here. She's a little smoking hot. Things got a little heated, as they normally do, and you just need to kind of cool it off a little bit, maybe for a minute or so. Doesn't have to be big. Maybe come back down to 19 cents. Let some people buy in again at the prices that they sold it at before, you know. It's like, I don't know why I'm trying to trade it. I just might as well just hold it. You know, those people or whatever. Hey, man, I didn't mean to insult you, light. My light just flicked off. I guess I said something wrong against Caspa. Caspa sounds like a ghosty coin. And the cool coin named Casper turned out to be not much, right? Caspa here against the old almighty stanky US dollar is holding that trend line very nicely here on the 4-hour time frame. Oh, you Caspa freaks can how many here are Caspa freaks? I need to see some Caspa freaks in the chat, man. We got some I don't know, maybe I'd like some 111s for Caspa, because that represents the cowbell. The old Caspa cowbell. I need a cowbell emoji for the old membership sections here. Are you running, man? That way it lives, Louis. At least we got one Caspa holder. We got Sam Webb out there. Sam knows what's up. He knows something that's good to have. If we see, you know, while we're out in our Caspa Lambos and we see a hitchhiking on the highway, we'll stop by and pick you up, give you a ride in the old Lambo. After all, what's a road dog for, right? Caspa, man. It's under 20 cents. Is she going to break through this trend line? She's trying to. She got some wicks down there. She might. I don't know. Doesn't look like she wants to do it right now. Look, things look pretty good right now, I'll be honest with you. I mean, she's below the 9-moving average, so we definitely have chilled out and said, hey, man, gotta catch my breath, but no, it's not bad. If she did come down, would it be terrible? I foresee a future when she could be coming down to revisit 18 cents again, just so as you know. Why you say that, road dog? Why you want to say such a nasty thing? Because we was following in this trend line right here, right? When I'm charting, it surprises me. I see a lot of people chart and they always forget what happened in the past, what they were anticipating, looking for in the past. And I'm like, you know, because if you're doing the patterns, it kind of helps you figure out, you know, where you might go in the future, if you believe in that mumbo jumbo stuff and all that, right? I happen to believe in that mumbo jumbo stuff. Doesn't mean you have to, right? You can just sit here and watch that. Oh, you suck, road dog. That stuff don't work. But then when I say, nailed it, I don't know, something happened. Anyway, Spooky Joe. Trend line respected so far. But back to what I was talking about, when you break out of a pattern like this, man, you got a good chance of coming back somewhere about 60. It's in the mid 60s. I can't remember exactly from Thomas Bukowski, but patternshot.com for all you meatheads that want to know all that. And I suggest that you learn all that, because you'll forget about the pullback rate and then be coming back and retesting this area first. And hopefully that would be enough to curtail it. I've been trying to figure out how I could say the word curtail all day. Thank you for giving me that opportunity to share that wonderful word from Webster's dictionary with you today. Curtail. Just wants to just flow off your tongue. At 18.2 cents this area. Might that also be the bottom of its trend line over here? We're just bouncing around ping-ponging in this bigger channel. I might say yes, it might be. I tend to agree with that statement. You do have my endorsement for that idea. Showing a lot of resistance up there. Well, there's not a whole lot of bearish divergence up there for you bearish divergence lookers and traders. What you got to say about that? Why, that's hardly even there at all. It's almost if Casper just wants to keep going up for some reason. Up away. Can we go to 50 cents today? Not going to happen today, my friend, but she's doing some wild, crazy pattern stuff that's just bewildering the whole market, and not a lot of it. I think it's awesome. I'm just fibbing around, man. I'm still looking for 23, 24 cents. She's liking it. Come on, let's go to a quarter. Casper's like a little George Washington head on a little silver disc, but it's got a K with it. The quota. Casper quarter. Look at this nice little round and shape, smart, just like they want to do something, like they want to continue up. Oh my God, is that a handle? Is that a cup? Is that a saucer? Is that a tea kettle? I think that's a whole dinette set right there. My. Excuse me. Can you give me a measure move target for a dinette set pattern, please? Just for 1 or 2, March. For 2. Thank you. Are you making fun of pattern traders? I am a pattern trader, so I'm not making fun of myself. I do that all the time. There's this one coin called Ether, ATH, and I'm not really in it, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to be in it. So I'm going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at it on the daily. Is this it? What's so special about you, Ether? Ether? Let's try this again. ATH. Let's take a look at Bybit. Looks exactly the same. I am not impressed with the price action here on the daily. I'm like, well, what's so special about you? You ain't even got above the 21 moving average. Not even solidly above the 9 right now. You kind of flirted and lost that with this little winky dinky whatever leggy thing. Look, you were somebody's cup and handle until they learn, like, oh crap, I don't really know what a cup and handle is, and there it goes. I don't know. Stop being so mean. This stuff just keeps falling out of my tongue, man. You're just in a channel, dude. Boom. Just call it like it is. ATH, man, I don't know, maybe you can hit 8, 9 cents if you get lucky. Would love if you get ambitious, you know, you got to measure move for this little guy right here. We'll be generous with it, a little bit generous, kind of generous, and we'll give you the room for a doubt that maybe you can hit this area at about 11.3. I'll roll with that. I want to take a look over here on Tokenmetrics. ATH. Are you worth anything? Are you? A lot of people spitting this one out. I'm like, is there anything to it, or is this just one of those hype things? They're trying to get us to buy the bags or something. I calls it out. I want to see. I want to know. Where you at? You're under the investor summary. We're kind of neutral to close to sell. Here's what I'm looking at. Valuation grade. You know, we're really close to being overvalued. So, you know, we're not getting it at a nice discount. Remember, there was a while we were looking at some coins that were way undervalued, like 80, 90%. Remember those little juicy marbles, and say, hey man, this thing is like extremely undervalued right now. Extremely. Well, now we're starting to find them that are extremely, you know, they're overvalued, even though they probably might even be cheaper than what they were at one time. That's because they've been leaking out and just dumping on your butts because they got these big ass total supplies, like 42,000, only have a circulating supply of 1/10 of that. I don't like that. I don't like this. So 10% of this is out in circulation right now. It's got a market cap of almost $300 million, and fully diluted market cap would be $3 billion. $3 billion is too much for this crap. What is this? Aether is the only enterprise grade AI focused GPU as a service provider on the market. Okay, wait a minute. Now, hold on. You said all the magic keywords we're all looking for right now. So now if you're saying on to me, probably somebody else is going to look at you and say, well, okay, keep talking pretty to me. It's a decentralized cloud computing infrastructure for those GPU providers or containers. We enterprise clients who need powerful H100 chips. professional AI ML task or whatever. Aether also supports cloud gaming clients with their virtual computing phones and GPUs and contracts with the nerd stuff and all that. And I tell you, your tokenomics suck, and you're going to take everybody for a ride. So I wouldn't expect this one to go to that $7 or $70. I mean, 70 cents would be kind of. I'm sorry, I think that would be ambitious, to be honest with you. Depending on their unlock schedule. I mean, if they're strict on their unlock schedule and they're being real tight and everything, and this is going to last over 350 years for that, you know, all those 42 billion targets, coins to leak out. That's one thing, but if they just going to slowly leak out over the next 3 years, do you think it's going to hold a $3 billion market cap? Well, if it do, the price is still going to be 7 cents, same as it is today. It's going to have a hard time getting there. I don't like that. You know, another one I'm kind of wondering about is Ondo. Ondo, baby. I mean, I've got it, and it's supposed to be the best thing, but is it the next best thing? I've been wondering that lately. What you say, you're kind of neutral on the investor grade over here. Let's take a look at it. Fundamental grade, 72%. Okay, that's good. Technology grade, 75%. Well, that's cool. Valuation grade is 8%, just like the one we just looked at. It's this thing's 88 cents now. It was like $1 or something, and everybody's like, yeah, buy it now. Let's go on to the moon. And now we're at 88 cents, almost close to half of where we were. Good 40% down. And it's 8% overvalued. Why'd that be? How many tokens have you unleashed lately, baby? What's up with you? Market cap on this one. This one came out of the gate, I believe, with a high valuation, right? So the VCs, how that kind of works is that they all, you know, they get the investors get in and they all put the money together and everything ahead of time and, you know, get a line share of the tokens and whatever. However that works out to be translated where they actually get their hands on it to dump on you, that may be in time. It's usually in their favor, but, you know, they get in really early there, and then when it unleashes, you're like, why is this thing so expensive right now? When they come out and all of a sudden they got a $1 billion market cap, a new token didn't have to work its way up there, didn't earn its way up there. It's like, well, they've already got a roadmap to, we'll get everybody hyped. Let's get them up to $3, and then we're just going to dump on their asses. And we made out like a man. They don't even have to get $3. They just have to get it up probably about another 25 cents. And it's just made them, you know, like their 500th X on their investment from where they got in at, you know, 0.0002 cents. It's that crazy. 10 billion of these suckers, and only 10% of it's out there. 1.4 billion are out there. 1.4 billion of these things. We're being conditioned by some of these, I believe, just to the big, huge numbers are, you know, we're numb to it now. But used to, even having $1 billion circulating supply back a couple of cycles ago was kind of like, oh, that sounds kind of sketchy. That's getting up there. That's starting to break the rules, man. And now we're up to, you know, we got crazy last time with trillions and gagillions, and they really had to really experience the token burn to try to ring in the damage that stuff was doing, right? So 10 billion and 1.4 billion circulating supply for Ondo. Another big billion coin with, I don't know what the token supply unlock looks like, but there's going to be a lot of it to come out. Right now, it's got an $8.7 billion valuation. Okay. Now, if it goes into real world assets, but what is it? This is what makes me second guessing now. It's like, is it going to be used in any way for the real world assets? No, it's a governance token for Flux Finance and the Ondo DAO. Man, I don't know about you, but I just feel like the governance tokens have like the best marketing to sell those ideas, because what do they do? I mean, they can go up just based, kind of like meme coins, I guess. You're buying the idea. That's what crypto is, buying the hype, the idea. More people that buy it. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, that's a good industry. Well, they're doing AI and GPUs. Well, yes, let's buy, you know, and number go up. Whether that coin actually impacts what's going on that chain or with those actual GPUs or anything, how it interacts and actual functions. But, you know, we go with the governance token because, hey, man, number go up, baby. But it's no wonder why these things lose their appeal in the bear market, right? Because there's just no substance behind them. And I'm sorry if you like Ondo, I'm not speaking bad about it, but it's just a governance token, and that's what they do. So what I'm doing at this point in the market, when we get these dips and we go through all this stuff, and we're waiting for altcoins to bounce back, and yet they kind of show some lacklusterness in bouncing back, I'm like asking questions. Why don't nobody want you right now? What's up with you? What's wrong with you? How come you ain't strong? Because there's some of them are strong. Casper's be strong. Ondo, what are you doing back in 88 cents? What's going on with you, man? You're up at 140, 138, man. What's up with you? You're supposed to be the next best thing. Even Casper's got too many dang coins, though. I have to look at it as giving me just more to buy right now. Total 3, we got to take just a general look at it one more time on the big boy chart, because here we are, we're on a channel flirting with the top, but we couldn't flirt enough to break it, and we ended up feeling so depressed because of that rejection. We lost the 200 moving average, and look, the 9 is crossing it now. So there's your time for total 3. What's getting ready to come up for your altcoins, and mine is a I mean, there might be a little bit of a pullback that we looked at before, but they just wanted to come down. Let it be known, let it be said, altcoins are coming down over this week. This may not be the best weekend, and next week definitely may not be the best week, as billions and billions of dollars might be coming back out of altcoins again. We retest this area, 586. So hopefully, you know, the signs were to take profit when we were crossing this little line here. I did pretty good in some, and then some of them I just kind of like just let it be. I don't know if that's going to haunt me or not. So far so good, but still a nice drop, but not as far as what we did before, in my personal opinion. I don't think we're in fear of coming back down and making a lower low or anything like that. I think we're doing pretty good. Momentum seems to be with us. You did get that death cross though, just saying. What are you guys talking about? Life is a box of chocolates. ATH looks whack, didn't it? I didn't like that either, but it's showing up a lot, and I think it was even showing up over here on Tokenmetrics, right? What is hot on Tokenmetrics? They want to charge $100 a month for this stuff. I got me the NFT. I like that idea. I like the idea of an NFT instead of a monthly subscription or something. I'm more acceptable with that idea than I am those. I hate monthly subscriptions. I just do. What are you looking for? They changed everything around, man. I can't see nothing. Analytics, that's what it is for, come on now. What's a hot and what's a nada? No, this is their portfolio. This is what they've been investing in. Bounce, Caspa, Fast Token, Book of Meme, Baby Bonk, Sida, Chain Coin, Whitebit, and Polytrade. This is what Tokenmetrics is. They do this portfolio and let you kind of follow it, and they do kind of pick some winners on there, I got to say. They got Caspa right now as part of their portfolio, and Book of Meme, which has been bouncing. I have no idea what Sida Chain is. Are we looking for ratings? They got me all twisted up with this new format. But they're analyzing 5,000 tokens for us right now, this very moment. I think this is what I'm looking for, yeah. So, Caspa, Trader Coin's out here. That's what I'm looking for. Fast Token, Caspa, Sida Coin, there's that one again. STC. STC. What's it say? It's listed on Gate.io, LBank, Bitmart, Digifinex, MexC. Let's see what it looks like. Sida Chain. Zoom out, baby. Well, she's got an up, and she's got a down, and she's got an up. She's got a zigzag. That's very zigzaggy. It's a higher high. She did that one more time. She was up here and she came down, made a higher high, and then she made a higher low, technically from this low. I don't like buying the tops up here. Now, some people would look at this and say, she just broke that candle. Let's look at Ben. You didn't some, but I say that's kind of risky for me. That's, you know, long in the tops. I like along the bottoms. I like this is a good short area. A lot of people are looking to short altcoins and things like that if Bitcoin doesn't straighten up. I think Bitcoin might straighten up though. Can you prove it? I can't prove it. You're in one of the makeshift channels you are, so I'm not impressed with that. I'd rather kind of speculate over here on Bitcoin for a minute while we're looking at bigger time frames. Looking here on the daily. What's my argument for it should go up, other than respecting some trend lines I've got thrown in here that some people might argue, well, that's bullshit. That's not even a trend line. That's just you drawing crap. Which I'd say, well, touche. But it's my crap. This is a popular idea too, and I think we were one of the first here on the whole wide interwebs to even discuss the possibility of this. Oh. I hear that's good for the algorithm. We got this rod-in pattern. They're kind of cool. They usually break to the upside pretty good. I think it's about 55% of the time. No, 64% chance to break to the upside. Honestly, for real, man. I'm not pulling that number out of my butt. I pulled it out of Thomas Pikowski's butt. Better than pulling it out of some YouTuber's butt. That's nasty. Why are you talking about butt so much? Well, I like big butts, I cannot lie. The devil makes me do it. And I think she likes butts too, to be honest with you. What I'm kind of interested in is, I mean, we looked at the monthly, or we were supposed to look at the monthly, and we had a doji candle, and I think we're doing fine. We're above the non-moving average on the monthly. We're reclaiming it on the 2-week. Hallelujah. And we don't know what the hell we're doing here on the weekly. Weekly looks a little confused, so we got a little sideways trading going on this week into this weekend. If you want my personal opinion on it, I wouldn't expect a kind of lackluster weekend, but I hope I'm pleasantly surprised. Maybe we could see 67,000 out of Bitcoin again. That would be kind of cool. I would think. I would hope. Scale had a nice bump today, says Sam. And is it time to get some time? Take a look at Scale. What you doing, Scale? Look at it on the 4-hour. Those are some nice big old 4-hour candles. Come on now, if you was in the restroom and somebody beside you whipped out a big old candle like that, would you be looking like... Them are some scary big old candles, I'm just saying. For real, for real. So, Scale, that's cool, man. It's made a higher high. Would she make a higher low now? Yep, I'd say she would. Looked like the 618 will be a great little target for Scale to revisit at some point. It'll be a slow burn to get it, but I think I make down to a nickel. She's only at a nickel and a half, so it'd be less than 10% move, right? Not bad, not bad. That's short term. That's on the 1 hour. Cool. Nice little pump from a little bottom. Higher highs and higher lows. Nice. Well, after you drop like this is exactly what you want to see, is start making higher highs and higher lows, and she's clearing some ground, man. That's a good sign. Hopefully all the altcoins will start doing that and start remembering, oh yeah, I came into this game to make money, not to watch number go down. Well, that's crazy. And Toncoin, that one's been holding that $6 area, $6.60 area. And when I look on the order books or whatever, I mean, it's got a whole hell of a lot of buy orders through here. I just think it's being artificially propped up, and I don't know how long that dam can hold open, because you can't buy it. I mean, as much as they try, Listen, man, even FTX tried that. They tried to hold $19 or whatever forever until they couldn't, and then it just crashed. Or $20 or whatever it was. What we got going on here? I want to zoom out. That's the best when things just look bull crappy. Zoom all the way out. If we've been taking a fib from here, I want to take the whole thing from here. There is such a gap from here, man, when it was 266. Now, I've been following this thing since it's like about $1.50. It stayed like there for a long time, and nobody was interested in it when I was making my videos out on it. And I'm like, really, dude, this is like Telegram, dude. This one should get a lot behind it. It just took some time. That's not to brag or anything, but I mean, it just wasn't very attractive to be in it for a while. I just held on to it because I'm like, well, and not a whole lot because I didn't have since nobody gave a crap about it, didn't make me want to buy anymore. So $500 in it at the time, something like that, maybe that much. But she's hanging around about 660 right now, and she flirted with 832, and I like that. Yeah, we're going to look at this one on Tokenmetrics too. Let's see what they say about it. How does it rate up there? Because I bet she is over. Yeah, I bet she's overbought. Now for traders, she's got a strong sell. So for traders, they kind of see that being the top two is what it looks like. It looks like she needs to correct, if you want my personal opinion on it. Ton's got a market cap of 16 billion. Fully diluted valuation to be 33, so about twice what it is now. So that's not too bad. Total supply is 5 billion. That's doable. I mean, 1 billion would be better. I'm just saying, but that's 5 is we've seen some in that neighborhood do pretty good. So not out of the question, but it doesn't give you too much further to grow from $6. I mean, to be honest, what are you going to do? A 10x from here if things just get? I mean, at the full height of the market, maybe, I don't know. Unless you can just really find a reason why I've got to have Toncoin for a purpose. It has to be burned when I do this on the app, or when I buy this, or I can use it for this or that. It may get there. 2.5 billion circulating supply, so half of it's out there basically. That's good. I like that. This is kind of fair, but she's still kind of over. I think she's overvalued. Let's see what it says on the investor's grade. Valuation is coming up at 9%. So yeah, it thinks that she's overvalued at $6 too. So cut this in half, and what do you get? Somewhere around $3 to $3.30, somewhere through there. Maybe $2.80 might be more of a fair price if you think about it. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. There might need to be a market flush for this kind of stuff. It's got a market cap of 16 billion. She came out the gate back in the day when she's won, $1.50, $1.60, whatever. So it was over $1 billion and something there too. She was kind of up there. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I got. So I would say, for me personally, this is not the year I'd be looking to buy. And I'm in on this one, so now this is also going to help me figure out how I'm going to play this little guy. All right, so we got this little wiggle worm snake pattern going on right here. Look it up, the little chicken head wiggle worm. He's got a pointy nose and no chin, and an Adam's apple, and there he is, little eyes. Woohoo! You see him? All right, and the wiggle worm, the inchworm. Well, they don't teach that on the morning shows, do they? Let's draw a ooh, that's interesting though. I like that. I didn't see this. I didn't see this before. But okay. Well, we got a little trend line down here, and I want to narrow it in here. I'm on the weekly. I'm just gonna go right to the top of that one. It looks like she almost nails that. Yeah, pretty much. Let's carry on past and see what that does. I don't even have it lined up perfectly, but good enough that it's should show some confluence somewhere else. Okay, through here, possibly on a top range. That's resistance. But underneath, support here and here, maybe. Anyway, just kind of identifying a channel idea that we've been in. It would have been a channel back here, and anyway, we broke to the upside and we might be retesting it, and that could be cool. I like that idea. That would be a bounce off of this particular Fibonacci, and that's rare though. Now, if it happens, that's a hellacious move, and I mean, that's where you could actually take a move like this. So you take a move like this, a 1-to-1, and put it there and say, oh my God, we're going to the moon, Alice. We're going to our 618 destination over here, like $12 and something. Almost $13, $12.94. That's what that would suggest from that particular move. Holy but Jesus. Yeah, I know, it sounds crazy, right? But that doesn't usually happen. Usually you'll fall back to the 382 and hope to hold that. Now that's a strong move you get from there too. You do your 1-for-1 there. Well, that takes you up to at least those little areas, maybe about 1180. That'd be cool. But usually, I mean, the thing is, you fall back, you lose this area, you're going to fall back into this pattern, and you would expect to come back to the bottom of it. That puts you down to about this 50% mark, and that might get you up to $11 if we continue up and still get bullish. So that's the kind of the idea with the little fib magic strategy, if y'all call that. But if you pretend like that line's not there, you're looking for this little guy to come back down to possibly $5 or so. Technically, it should come all the way back down here. Retest this little bottom in this area, man. 280. I'm kind of wondering about that. I'm just saying. So me personally, I'm not adding anymore. I'm looking for a pullback on this little guy. And they'll probably try to get a lot of stuff and make us think, oh man, this bullish is all crap. You need to buy some. But she's telling me she's tired. She's weak. She's ready to roll over for a little bit. You got our moving averages here on the 4 hour already crossing. I mean, the major ones are still headed up, but they're rolling over. And now the 200, the 100, all those they're starting to cross over them. So it's just wanting to breathe just a little bit, pull back just a little bit. So I wouldn't doubt, see where she wicked down here, that she come back to around, you know, the upper $4, around the $5 area. Retest this little area. Can you give me a measured move? I might be able to give you a measured move. Looks like the first one's not going to be that bad. About 538 possible. Work our way down there. That sounds reasonable. See what we can do from there. It's not the end all be all. It's not where she's going to reverse. It just says, hey man, that's a decent place that she could actually go from what she's been doing over here. Rounding out here and tiring down and coming down. I would not doubt that at all for a ton. There might be some shorts going out there with some of these altcoins. Solana looks rough. Now there is another tuber out there, and I mean, a buy and hold strategy is a very valid strategy, and I don't negate anyone from doing that, but I have to question myself. This particular person happened to get back into this at I think technically it was $109 when they piled in. They did not pay themselves up here at $200. Let it ride back and did not pay themselves out of here, which is odd because when they trade live on leverage, it's like, get in, get out. Oh, we're up $5. Let's get out. We got a $2,000 trade to make, you know, maybe 100 if you're lucky, dude. I mean, for real. But on this, not taking, I'm not judging or anything, but at this point, again, I'm looking at me. I'm like, why I need to find a way to make this. I don't want to ride the roller coaster. So I wonder about that. And I was fortunate to start taking some profits up here, but I didn't short. I haven't been shorting this. And we got a trend line right here. Now there's a chance we can pull back, and that would go back to the trend line break, which is about right here at this candle top to about 173, 174. Now if price gets back there, I might be tempted to, would I be wanting to short? It would be a short-term short. I don't know. I mean, really, I see this one coming back down to about 150, lower 150s, and probably catching some traction there. These down to these moving averages, about 152 right through here. Moving averages look great. And she made a higher high, so she can come down and make a higher low and anywhere down here. Maybe even down to 148 where this 200 moving average is. Nothing to keep her from coming down through here. I mean, I got a trend line, but it's not the most beautiful trend line. It's not written in stone. It's kind of fuzzy right over here. A lot of spacing through here, so I don't. She's got some room to wiggle on that. Plenty of room to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Why shucks? So we had this red line here, and it was acting as resistance, and we broke out, and if it does not flip into support to help get us back up to $206 on Solana, then we're gonna be visiting some of these little lower areas. We just got to come down and make a higher lows. The only requirement we need to do to keep this trend going bullish, and that higher low could be kind of low. So another thing, and this is one of the things I just routinely, this is the public service announcement of the Road Dog method. This is free, doesn't cost you a thing, but it's the trend line method. Because getting an exit strategy seems to be hard to do. Now everybody wants to sell the tops and the spikes, and you can still go for that and develop a little system to do it. In a minute, I'll show you a good little technique to get close to it. It's the same technique, but I'm going to show you how to do it differently. But a way to make sure that you have a place to pay yourself, or a place you wonder, where should I put my stop losses? Well, if you follow the Road Dog trend line method, just conveniently look at the candle that you're in and place your stop loss beneath. And if it seems like a way distance way to get in and doesn't seem worth it, you're probably right. That's why I like to put my entries near these trend lines as they are forming, even as they're coming back to test them, looking for a bounce. That didn't happen. We broke it. Sucks. What are you trying to say, Road Dog? I'm trying to say, we break a trend line, you need to be paying yourself instead of trying to get in. But if she bounces from then, you might want to get in. It might go higher. Also look for 3 humps and little dump on a lot of trend lines. Just a general rule. It doesn't happen every time, but that's a general rule to follow. Just a rule of thumb. Well, listen, I got 2 humps. Well, maybe we'll get lucky on have a third. Let it broke the trend line. Well, you know, they're kind of plastic depending on what time frame you got. Why are you confusing me? I can't help it. I'm born that way. Anyway, pay yourself when they break. Now to narrow it in, like, you know, I'm saying, to know when to get out of a trade or when's a good time to take profit, narrow it in. Smaller time frames. Look at this. The same principle applies. You got a trend line or a 9 moving average. Both of them 9 moving averages that make great trend lines. Pseudo trend lines, if you want to say. Every time it breaks that little sucker, pay yourself. Every time you see a big old candle going away from it, okay. It just kind of looks like you're having a good day and getting away from that trend line, like she's veering off again. Kind of like this one, and she starts veering off. Yeah. Throw you another trend line on the smaller time frame. If you nail that little sucker. Look, here's another one. This is still part of the public service announcement. People don't stop clicking off. We'll get back to the forecast here. Look, you want a future? You want me to protect the future? If it don't come true, I'll just ignore you. That's what they do on YouTube. It doesn't come true. They just never talk about it. Look, every trend line tells you when it breaks it, man, that's a good time. Make sure that, hey, man, maybe I should pay myself right now. Even when she's dropped down here and you say, oh, man, trend line broke. Maybe I should go ahead and pay myself, because usually nothing good comes out of it for a little bit. You got some time to figure out things. That is our technical analysis trading public service announcement for today. The Road Dog Trend Dog method, the trend line method. Not mine, but I'll sure enough write a book on it and sell it. We got the 200 trying to cost the 800 moving average here on this 4-hour time frame. That should generally be a good thing. Got a double-decker leg of support there. It's like a little stirrup on a saddle just to help you get up on top of that beast and go riding, baby, to the sunset. Marge, can you change the channel? I don't know what this clown is doing. What the hell I'm all clicked on? Said it's talking crypto, and this dude's... Not only does he look weird, he talks weird. What I miss is Sam's. Lots of 111s. I forgot what we were 111ing about. We got Solana breaking the trend line. I see about 158. And she may have already hit it. Maybe we'll hang around here or something. Lucy's in the picture, so we got these little areas to play with for a little while. Solana, my personal opinion. I'm just saying. Guys, it is now 11:16. I started this at 10 o'clock. It is time for me to now leave and exit the building, just like little Elvis. Oh, Elvis?
For those of you that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Elvis is just now telling me, hey, Road Dog, baby. Road Dog, baby, it's time to go. It's time. You turn in pumpkin. It's pumpkin hour, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Road Dog to go. We'll look at some more coins tomorrow night, and what Bitcoin may do and may not do. And Bitcoin is just doing what Bitcoin always does at this point in the market. Tries to flush you out, separate you from the Bitcoin, get you scared, get you bearish, have a lot of FUD coming out, coins moving around. Just namaste. Namaste right here. Keep my Bitcoin in my hardware wallet off them exchanges. That's the smart thing. We're going to ride this little sucker out and hope them altcoins catch up with it. Come on, Bitcoin. You on this 4-hour chart here. You got the devil right there in the mix. Do you see the devil? I'm going to leave it with you here. The devil is right there. She's trying to keep us down. You don't believe me, do you? Point it out to you. She's right there. She's sitting on that candle like that almost looks obscene. I don't know. But we're trying to get above the devil. Bitcoin learns a little prayer right now to get above the devil. Because she's already conjured the non-moving average to run past her the other way. Can it be done? This is the time frame that I'm watching right here. This is the one where the moving averages are kind of bearish. They need to flip over. So a little sideways for Bitcoin. We made a lower low. Let's see if we can continue up and at least get somewhere over this weekend. I'm looking for a 50 moving average touch up there about 66.5, 66.4. Let's hope for that. Got a nice little bounce on this area. Should help our altcoins a little bit, but remember, take some profit, all that stuff. See you tomorrow, guys. Hallelujah. Are you a good pumpkin or a bad pumpkin? I'm the pumpkin the dog peed on. Get away. You sure do smell good. Yes, it's called Leave Me Alone Cologne. Good night, guys.
In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets.
Good night, John boy.
You know you're begging for my notice.